Morning, welcome to Weights Lifted. It's chest day. I did my warm up, got 275 on right now. Please like and subscribe. If you hit that little notification thing, the bell, I'll tell you when I put up new videos. I put up at least one every day. So, yeah, just get right to it. Felt pretty good. That last one was rough, but that's you see me going slow like that, struggling a little bit. I'm as close to failure as I like to be. Working out by myself. But it was 275 for 8. That's pretty good. Last week I went a little lighter on chest. Just did more reps, and I don't think I did 275 at all last week. So I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Put it at 245. So ooh, that would have been bad. This is I always liked kind of reverse pyramid style, like get my warm up in and then start heavy and drop the weight down. It's to each their own. Not everybody likes doing it. It's just what I like to do. The only thing that I pyramid up in is legs. If I'm doing squats, I'll tend to go work my way up. All right, do another one. It's 245 now. Feeling pretty good today. I think that's usually what happens. Like if I feel stuff starting to hurt or whatever, take a lighter week. I don't take off. I just lower the weight for a week, sometimes more. Drop it a little bit, 225. Now, when I first started working out a couple years ago, I think probably 3 years ago, I couldn't even do 225 on a bench. I was probably like, I was all right. I was probably repping like 185, and and I don't know. I like flat bench. I enjoy it, and it doesn't hurt nothing usually. That's why I keep doing it. Incline bench is what hurts. I guess everybody's body's different. I might still do some incline bench today though, if I'm feeling all right. All right. That's it. That's not it, but I'll probably do another set, maybe, and then I'll drop it to the I don't know. We'll see. I might do incline. Might just go right to flies. I don't know. I think I'll just do right to flies, but I'm going to do another set. I'll see you with the flies. All right. I did one more set, but I dropped it to 235. So now I'm going to do incline flies. Just a slight incline. And with these, you know, I try to go for more, you know, a little higher reps. The only thing I do for heavy, like chest, would be flat or incline bench, because I don't have heavy dumbbells yet, you know. So everything else, like I try, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, try to really stress the muscle, put it under heavy load with bench or incline bench, whatever I want to do, and then everything else after that, I'm using reps and focusing on contraction and all that to stress the muscle that way, you know. So for these, I know I'm doing it right when I almost feel like an intense burn in my pec, both, you know what I mean, like that stretch coming out of the bottom. So I aim to do at least three sets of these, and then I'll move on to bands. You know, it doesn't take a lot. I've talked about that before. It doesn't take a whole lot or a whole long time. I think it's more it's in the execution, you know, like, am I really pushing it? And not always. Like I said, last week I kept it lighter. Stuff was hurting, lightened it up a little bit. So I feel pretty good. I give as much as I can within, you know, but while as much as I can, while still trying to be conscious of, you know, my well-being, considering I'm alone, and also I have to go to work right after this. Something else that helps really burning out the muscle is the rest periods. You know, if I was trying to go super, if I was like trying to go for PRs, like heaviest I can lift, I'd be taking way longer rest periods between these. But a minute or two is all I need for my purposes. I barely made it on that one. So, yeah, probably, I guess a couple more of those, and I'll be in the bands. Really push, like really try to get a good pump in. Yeah, I don't know. I've talked about it before, but when I'm doing these, I'm flies are one of those exercises where you have to pay attention a lot to, because you're independent, you know, paying attention to where my arms are at. Are they even? And how far down I'm coming, you know, like you don't got to go all the way to the floor. You know, that's for me, that's what stresses out the shoulder joints. And you just don't, I go until I feel a stretch across my chest. That's when I come back up. And when I come back up, I don't got to bang the weights together. I come up until I feel the tension kind of release almost. It's hard to explain, but like when you're at the top of a fly, the weight transfers kind of from, like you can squeeze your chest at the top, but that's not really what's pulling the weight anymore. Once you, because you're fighting against gravity, once you get straight above you, the load transfers to straight down your arm. So I come up till I feel I'm straight up, and then I'm back down. That's just what I think. And I think that's it for flies. Let's do some bands. All right, gonna get into some band work. I've said before, this is like my at-home replacement for a cable fly. Again, once I start doing it, it's gonna be a little dark because I need to get a light to put over here. But it is like 5 in the morning or something like that, so it's not light out. Here we're focusing on contraction and pump, just getting as much blood into that muscle as we can. I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit. All right, that should be better. Sorry about that. So if you notice when I'm doing these, I'm not pressing. Not really. It's like kind of a combination, but I'm trying not to just press. I'm trying to keep my elbow just slightly bent, and I'm trying to squeeze. Some of them I might get into like a slight press, but the focus is on bringing my arm across. Because if you feel your pec, press this way, right, with your hand on your pec, and then do this. Tell me if you feel the difference. Depends on how much muscle you have, but there's that contraction, which it does contract, but it's nothing compared to this. So if you're doing a chest workout, I think flies, some variation of flies, have to be part of it, in my opinion. I'm going to lighten this up a little bit now. These are the heaviest bands, and I can feel it. Like I said, there's like a threshold with weight from where you're hitting the muscle you want to hit, or you're hitting the muscle you want to hit and every other muscle involved in that movement. Like right now, I feel my shoulders a lot. So, lighten it up. Not that light. Maybe that light. Yeah. So these bands go in like 10-pound increments from 25 to 75. I started with the 75s, I dropped to 55. I don't know what that weight means. Like, is it 75 pounds on a straight pull? Is it 75 pounds like this? It also depends on how far away you are from the, I don't know. It's really heavy, and this is a little less heavy. Whew, way more controlled. A few more reps. Might just keep doing these until I burn it out. It's that, or I switch to the single arm ones. You know. I might just I might do another 2 sets of this and then do a little douchey posing. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, these I can't recommend enough. Banes, if you want to get into doing stuff at home that you know, more than just like push-ups, squats, body weight stuff, and like you don't have a lot of money to buy like weights, bands are great. These ones I just got off Amazon, came with handles and, you know, whatever you need. Yeah, probably one more set, and that'll be it. I feel like I don't know, I've tried to keep the videos a little shorter just by like leaving out the junk, like pausing, you know, not talking as much. If you have any other, you know, I keep saying, if you have stuff you guys want to see, say something in the comments. Tell me, you know, you want to see a video about how to do this exercise, how to do this, or want to see me talk more about what I eat on a diet, or more about anything. Say something. I'm all ears. But I'll be, you know, I'll put up more than one a day too. Like yesterday, I did 2 videos. You know, I'll do I told myself I'm gonna record my workout every day and post that at least. You know, I'll do other ones. One more. Get set up for some pose. All right. My least favorite part of the video. Chest feels destroyed. You know, I'm gonna put the mic down and, you know, do my thing. Overall, I think great chest workout. It doesn't take a lot. I think if you know, if my focus is the workout, just doing the workout, not complicated, you know, shorter rest period, it doesn't take a lot. Like I think a lot of people, if they're honest with themselves, not everybody, you know, everybody's different, but you can make the time. So this like with the setup and all that, like this, it's probably like a 40-45 minute workout. So and that's it, you know. Please like and subscribe, help, you know, support the channel, and comment, whatever helps the algorithm, I guess is how it works. But like haven't had any new subscribers in a couple days, and you know, I can use all the help I can get to get this started and get this going. So if you like what you see, you know, help me out. And tomorrow's going to be back. And if you want to see anything else in between, comment. You know, I'll see you tomorrow.